Hi, my name is Fatem. I'm a senior software engineer with 4 years of experience in backend engineering. And this is the first part of a video series on how to find internships and full-time jobs. I usually target my videos towards students who are majoring in computer science. But when it comes to internships and jobs in the tech industry, computer science isn't the only major that can help people get through the door. That's why with this video series, I'm trying to reach out to all the students who are majoring in something computery and technical. So if you are getting a degree in order to get a job in the tech industry after you graduate, then this video series is for you. The reason why most of us are interested in having a job in the tech industry is because of the six-figure salaries straight out of university. For other careers, it might take 2 to 3 years of work and then they will make their way to six figures. But in tech, it's very possible for a new graduate that has like 1 or 2 internships, so like 6 months of work experience, to be making six figures. And on top of the six-figure salary, there are stocks and bonuses that make the compensation package so much bigger. Unfortunately, it's not easy to get to this salary and compensation package. It starts with the major that we have to do. For most of us, it's computer science, but if you're doing some other variation of computer science, like technical major, then chances are it's a difficult major. It's not like a breeze, like communication or political science. The difficult major aside, the interview process for tech jobs is usually very long as well. People have to do 4 to 5 different rounds of interviews. It's like every round requires its own set of skills. A lot of students can't even secure the first interview. Most people get stopped at the second or third round. So it's a long process, and if you don't have the right strategy and mindset going into the job search, you will feel overwhelmed very easily. To simplify job search, honestly, to get hired, you just have to do a really good job at career preparation. Career preparation is for everyone. Even if people go to an Ivy League school, yes, the name of the school might provide some sort of like recognition for hiring managers to be able to give an interview to someone faster. But without career preparation, someone who goes to an Ivy League school is not going to have a high chance of clearing interview rounds. So everyone has to do career preparation at their own time. And it doesn't matter what type of job you want to go for. So if you want to become a data analyst, a UX designer, or a software engineer, all jobs require you to do career preparation. And the better of a job at career preparation you do, the higher the chances of you getting hired. And no matter what degree you're getting, you have to do career preparation. So a transfer student in a community college has to career prep. A student earning a bachelor's degree in a 4-year university has to do career preparation. Even someone who's doing their second master's degree and they want to pivot their career into tech, even though they had a career before this, because they want to enter a new space, then they have to do career preparation as well. Career preparation is required for everyone because we all need to transform ourselves out of looking like a student who has very little skills and no expertise. We need to transform into someone who looks like they're talented, they have skills and they have expertise, and they would be a good addition to a team. You basically want to transform yourself from a student to an expert. And it will make hiring managers go like, you know what, I want to interview this person because they look like they can bring a lot of value to the team. So this transformation that I'm talking about, this like journey that's called career preparation, this thing has 6 steps. I came up with these 6 steps based off of my own experience of being a computer science student and also in the past 4 years working as a software engineer, where I got the opportunity to sit on interview panels and decide whether the people that we're hiring would be a good person to bring onto our team or not. And it's not like an ordered list. It's not like I'm saying you have to do one and only when you complete one fully, then you can move on to number 2. And once you're done with number 2, then you can unlock number 3, then 4, 5, and then 6. And by the end of it, boom, you have a job. These are more like 6 areas of work, like 6 things you have to work on in order to prepare yourself for having a job and looking like you can handle having a job. You know, someone who deserves a big fat salary. You can work on some of the areas 2 at a time or 3 at a time. That's completely possible. Most likely, you're gonna have to iterate over a group of them for a while. You're gonna have to like just keep working at it until you gain enough confidence to move on to the next ones. It's really a personal journey, and it's customizable to how you work and how you prefer to move your career forward. One thing is for sure for everyone, this is gonna take time and effort from you in the exact same way that doing well in your classes and getting a degree is taking time and energy from you. So if you are doing a bachelor's degree, that's why you might notice some people will start to pay less and less attention to their classes by the end of junior year. They're going to start to put a lot of effort towards career preparation stuff, not to the extent that they're going to drop out, but they're going to be putting their time and effort towards other things. Some people don't want to do degree and career prep at the same time. They want to really focus on their studies first. Then once they graduate, they take 6 months to a year to do the whole interview, apply, and get hired thing. No matter what strategy you do, no matter what order you do it at some point or the other, you will have to sit down and do career preparation. So let's talk about the steps. I'm going to go over them in a high level, but following this video, I'll be making individual videos for each of these steps so that I can talk to you about each of them in full detail and give you all my tips and tricks that I picked up both as a software engineer and when I was a computer science student. So the first step or area of work is getting a degree, something that you all are doing already. The second one is skills. Technical skills that relate to the job market. So whatever job you're trying to have after you graduate, there are a set of technologies, programming languages, frameworks, and libraries that the tech companies and actual teams out there utilize for their project and products. These technical skills don't come as classes. Like if you're trying to become a software engineer, there is no class in any university out there that says MongoDB. Yet a lot of job postings say we require familiarity with MongoDB. You're gonna probably have to do self-studying for this part. The third area of work is creating a portfolio for yourself. Very similar to how a photographer should have a portfolio so that when people want to book them can have an idea of their style and the quality of their work. If you want to work in tech, because it's a technical job, as in you're gonna need to build something, create something, you need to show the technical skills that you have in form of actual work that you've completed. This doesn't have to be internships. This could be like projects. Hackathon projects even. We'll talk about it more, but a portfolio is basically how you demonstrate that you have the technical skills the job market requires you to have. The fourth step, the fourth area of work is to create a resume that demonstrates your expertise, your skills, and your education all in a simple yet readable format. Most of you have a resume that isn't very high quality. That's why you're not even getting noticed for a technical assessment round, let alone an interview and stuff. So we need to go over resumes in depth. The fifth step and area of work is applying to jobs. Yes, you can have the best portfolio and the best resume, be the best student in your university, but if you're not putting yourself out there and submitting applications to tech companies, then they're not going to know you exist. So that is an area that you should work on. The sixth and last step is learning how to interview. Interviews are supposed to be a two-way conversation where basically the topic is, should we give you this huge sum of money? Are you going to be able to do the job that we want you to do? But it's not an intuitive way of talking to people. That's why you have to invest some time in memorizing answers and, coming up with topics so that you could give the correct impression to the other person, enough for them to say that, yes, we'll hire you. So those are the 6 steps at a high level. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering, this is a lot of work. How long do you think this is gonna take? In reality, there's no way for me or anyone out there to know how long it's gonna take you to fully prepare for a career. You might be be in the middle of this whole career preparation thing and you might get a lucky break and get an internship. Or you might need to do this whole thing for a while, like at least a year, so that you can have your first break. I can share my own experience with you. I was a computer science student in a community college. I transferred to Cal State East Bay in the fall of 2018. By the summer of 2019, I quickly realized putting all my eggs in the basket of being a good student and earning the highest grades is not giving me any interviews and certainly not any internships. So I started to pivot my attention away from being a good student and I started to do career prep so that I could do that like student to expert transformation. And I was able to get my first internship in summer of 2020. But career prep for me didn't stop just because I had one internship. I wasn't going to stop until I have a full-time offer available to me. So I kept the grind going until the spring of 2021 when I graduated and I got a full-time offer. So 2019, 20, and then 21, that's like 2.5 years, like almost like 3 academic years of me constantly grinding, building projects, going to networking events, applying to jobs, interviewing, doing lead code grind, and all that there is so that I could get to that full-time job. Now, I'm gonna address something. Some of you are not convinced that career preparation is worth it. And it's because you were thinking that getting a degree is the career preparation for you. As in like, once you graduate, surely you'll be ready to hit the job market and then all the hiring managers would be glad to have you on their team. That's the wrong way of thinking about job search. And let me give you an example of a restaurant to solidify this whole thing in your mind. So let's say you want to get food. You go on Google Maps, there really isn't anything nearby other than one place that's called restaurant. It doesn't have a descriptive name, it just says restaurant. And you look at the reviews and there are none. So there's no way for you to look at the pictures to get an idea of the quality of the food or what type of food they're serving. So you call them and you say, "Hello, I wonder what type of food you serve." And they go like, "We just serve food. We don't have a specific cuisine here. We just sell food. Would you like to order anything?" And you go like, well, like, is there a menu? Like, can I get an idea of like what is possible for me to order? And they go like, "No menu. We sell food and we have the right permits to sell food. We're clean. We are very good. Would you like to order something?" So obviously at that time you go like, "I'm just gonna hang up the phone. I'm definitely not gonna give my money to these people because I don't think they're gonna give me any food. And why would I give my money to this place and not get any food?" So you decide to go and buy food from another place. Now let's take that exact same mentality and then bring it into you applying to a job. So a tech company has put up an ad that says, "We are looking for someone who can work in the capacity of a front-end engineer. We have technologies X, Y, and Z, and we want the person to be familiar with products X, Y, and Z." So you submit an application that is basically like just a resume. And the main point of it is that I have a computer science degree. So the hiring manager is like looking at this resume being like, I don't really know if this person is going to be able to do this job and be part of our team. And your job application is just like, "No, she has a computer science degree. She has a lot of knowledge. She can do a great job here. You should hire her and give her the 6-figure salary." And the hiring manager is like, "Well, like I said, we work on like XYZ technology. I don't know if this person has any experience working with these. I just don't know if a computer science degree means there's any familiarity with all of this." And then like on your resume, a list of classes. So it says like, "I have taken stats, I have taken operating systems, I have taken software engineering 1, I have taken software engineering 2, and I have taken network systems." Just like title of classes is what's listed on your resume. And the hiring manager is like, "Okay, again, like I don't really know if I hire this person, whether they be able to bring any value. Like, will they be able to do a task of like debug this or like generate this, create that? Like, I really can't like put 2 and 2 together." And with an application that generally just says, "I have a degree, I have education, I have knowledge in the world," isn't it fair that a hiring manager would say, like, I don't think I'm going to invest a salary in this person. Instead, I'm going to go hire someone who I have seen their portfolio. I've seen some of the projects they work on. It looks like they have familiarity. Their resume mentions these keywords that I'm looking for. And when I interviewed with them, you know, they had a lot to say. It wasn't just about like their classes and being a student. So, you know, they go and they invest that six-figure salary in someone else, someone who has like familiarity with the type of projects that they would be working on. So I hope putting yourself in the shoes of the person who's spending the money has helped you get a better grasp on why career preparation is incredibly important. So being deserving of a salary, being like investment worthy, is what career preparation is about. In the coming videos, I'll be talking about learning technical skills that is related to the job market, building a portfolio that demonstrates your technical skills, crafting a resume that is simple yet highly effective in catching the attention of recruiters and hiring managers, applying to jobs and finding opportunities so that you are putting yourself out there and making it known that you exist and you are talented, and learning how to interview, all the different types of interview rounds and the things you have to do in order to prepare yourself for them. That's it for this video. See you in the next one.